Good morning, Year 6. Welcome to your last week of home learning. And today for our English, we're going to be looking at an aspect of reading, now in particular, summarising a text. First of all, before I move a little bit, you may see that there's me in the corner. We've found a nice little platform which enables me to do some lessons, but also have my face on the screen as well. So hopefully this will work out quite well. We will see. So yes, getting back to our reading, one aspect of reading, or one of our reading skills, is all to do with summarising. And basically all that means is that you have to sum up what you have read. And how do you do this? Well, you need to obviously read the text, but then what you need to do is pick out the key points that are really important and give a quick rundown of the text's main idea. All right, so it's got down at the bottom here. Imagine that you've read a book and have to text your friend about the plot. All right, what key messages would you tell them and which would you leave out? Now, summarising means you're not telling absolutely everything about what you have read. You're just giving the main points. Like we have done beforehand, well, what types of questions may you be asked about it? One type of question is the number type of question. You can see the examples here that it was relating to a text that you would read. I mean, it's asking you to number number the events to show the order in which they happened. Now, normally with these types of one, it will give you the first one, and then you have to look at what happens next in the text based on the actual points that are given. All right, and it's normally around about 5 particular parts of it, and you're just ordering them in the sequence which they appear in the text. Another type of summarising type question is a new title question. And this type of question will give you phrases which could be new titles for the text you have read. And based on your understanding of the text's key points, you have to then choose a suitable title for that. And then this one, you've got 4 titles that it could be, and you have to choose the most suitable one. And you know that you only have to choose one because here it says tick 1. So that's the new title type of question. Another type of question is the sum up the message type question. And this will give you a phrase which could sum up the key message of a text. Based on your understanding of the text key points, you must choose the most reasonable summary. Sometimes you may be asked to write your own summary of the text main message or viewpoint. And sometimes if you read poetry, it will ask you this type of question, because when we think about poetry, it's trying to give you sort of a meaning around that particular poem that you have read. So that's the sum up message type question. The next one are true or false ones. And this will give you different options which summarise what you have read. It will ask you to tick whether they are true or false. But it says, be careful, the false questions are close to real things which happen within the text. So you just need to make sure you read carefully the statement and decide whether that is true or false within the text. Now, how may summarising questions be asked? Things such as, what is the main theme, argument or message of this passage? Can you describe what happened in this chapter? Write a new blurb for this story using 20 words or less. Can you describe what happened in 3 short sentences? How would you sum up? And what is the most important message in this book? So those are the types of questions you could be asked about it. Now, this next slide, this is a text that appears or has appeared over the last 4 weeks with the reading skill things that we have been looking at. So it's asking you to read this extract of it and think about answering those 2 questions there. All right, so the first one, what is the main argument in the last 2 paragraphs? Tick 1. So you've got the choice of 4 of them. Right? Like I said before, if you have a choice of answers, if you're really not too sure, try and narrow down what they could be, and hopefully then you would have a good idea of maybe what the answer is. Never leave them out, because potentially you could get the answer right, even if you're not too sure. And then the second question, number the following events 1 to 5 to show the order in which they appear in the text. The first one has been done for you. So in this one, the first part, the quartz spear glinted on the workstation, that appeared in the text to start off with. You need to work out which one of these 4 other statements appear in the text afterwards. Now, a good way of doing this is to have a look at the statement. In this instance, the workstation was covered with instruments. Now, it may not necessarily be word from word in the text, but it will have that idea about the workstation being covered with instruments. Now, when you find it in the text, just highlight it, underline it, so you can see whereabouts in the text it is. Now, if you do that for all 4 of those statements, you can then clearly see, well, what happens after the first part, and you can then number those. So pause the video, read the text, and try and answer those questions. Once you've had a go, unpause the video, and then the answers will be on the next pages. Right, welcome back, children. Well done for having a go. Now, you'll be familiar with this. I've highlighted the text in particular different colours and written the answers in those colours which relate to where they are in the text. So the answer to the first one, highlighted in blue, in the text I found it and I've highlighted that in blue. On the second one, the ordering of them, I've put the order in the green. Now what you can see I've done in the actual text is, look, I've numbered each one. So I found that particular statement or statement which is close to it in the text and numbered them there. Right, well done, children, if you managed to do that. Now's your independent work to do with summarising type questions. And it's the text 3 friends. So read it and then have a go at answering those questions. At the bottom of the page are the answers. Don't forget, children, if you want to underline, highlight any particular aspects of text, do so, because it really helps out when you're trying to answer them, because you know that when you look at the text, you pinpoint that information that you are using. Right, best of luck, children. That was our last reading session of this term. We'll have another one when we return in term 4. Have a super English lesson today, and I will see you for grammar tomorrow. Bye.